In the first episode of this journey through Montserrat, I uncovered the island's buried past, tracing the footsteps of a once thriving paradise lost to fire and ash as I wandered through the abandoned streets of Plymouth, Montserrat's former capital. It's a ghost city where time stopped, and each day, its story pulls me deeper. In this second episode of my 3-part documentary series, I set my sights on Richmond Hill, a neighborhood that once shimmered with elegance, perched above the hills with sweeping views of the island. It was home to Montserrat's elite. Now, it lies frozen in the moment when families fled. This is Richmond Hill, where luxury met disaster, and a story where even nature knows no bounds.
So this island barely has any phone signal wherever you go, but I have Starlink, right? I have a Starlink Mini that's been hooked up at my accommodation. Now I love this thing. Basically I can just live anywhere remotely and have fast internet. Look how small it is too. This actually fits on my laptop sleeve in my backpack. Starlink Mini, I love you. If you guys want to purchase a Starlink Mini, you can use my affiliate code and both of us will get 1 free month. So yeah. Take a look in my description below. Not sponsored, by the way. Another day in the office right now.
Yeah. It feels like it. Like we really are going to work.
This is an exciting one, guys, because we're going to be exploring Richmond Hill today.
Perched atop the lush hills of Montserrat stood Richmond Hill, a quiet neighborhood overlooking the vibrant capital, Plymouth. Here, residents enjoyed a tranquil Caribbean life, and tourists admired panoramic views from the charming Montserrat Springs Hotel. For decades, Richmond Hill was more than just a picturesque suburb. It was home for many residents, but then everything changed when the mountain, which had slumbered for centuries, roared to life, sending ash into the sky. Richmond Hill, just north of Plymouth, seemed safe. A place where families clung to hope, believing the worst night might pass by. However, as the air grew heavy and the skies darkened, the tremors beneath their feet became impossible to ignore. Then, evacuation orders came swiftly, a precaution met with hesitation. As days turned to weeks, the danger grew, forcing families to make impossible choices. They packed what little they could, locking doors that would never open again, slipping away from homes they had poured their lives into. April 9th, 1996 marked the final call to evacuate Richmond Hill. There was no more time to wait. Residents described a desperate scramble, grabbing belongings, helping neighbors, and looking back one last time at a place that had shaped their lives. And for many, that was when reality set in. While Richmond Hill was spared the worst of the lava, it was drowned by ash, its homes collapsing under the weight of time and abandonment. And what had once been a haven, place of laughter and love, was now a silent ruin. Today, Richmond Hill stands frozen in time, its empty streets still whispering stories of the past. And abandoned mansions and large houses, once symbols of prosperity, now sit as crumbling relics of what once was. As we made our way towards Richmond Hill, we ran into a few unexpected challenges. It just so happened to be the first Sunday of the month, a day where nearly all the gas stations and stores on the island shut down. Our car was running on empty, and to make matters worse, we had a long journey ahead of us with no food or water in sight. But just as the situation started to feel dire, our guide Sonny came to the rescue.
Yes.
Yeah, first off,
He had a bit of gas stored at home, and he offered to
I'm
help.
gonna send you a location pin right now.
kind of wild one this morning, but we're making it through.
Not long after that phone call, we spotted a tiny little restaurant tucked away along the road.
Hungry. We need drinks.
You need drinks.
Yeah. You're like the only one open right now today.
Yeah, but now.
Wow, you're hustling.
Normally open on a Sunday
Yeah.
for breakfast and I do lunch.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, the crazy thing is, this is literally all the cash we have right now today.
To our names.
Yeah, to our names. Wow. That's the best breakfast I've ever seen. You guys want breakfast, come here to Jan's Kitchen whenever you're in Montserrat. He knows what's up.
Yeah, but it's nice food in the morning.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
So much, guys.
We finally got to Sunny's place and filled up the gas tank. It was my turn to drive, so I jumped behind the wheel and took off toward Richmond Hill.
So I just parked the car. We're gonna park here. So this is known as Richmond Hills. You can think of it as like the Hollywood Hills version of Montserrat. A lot of these homes were big houses, mansions, and it's kind of like the only area to explore abandoned buildings. Plymouth is off limits. That's more of the exclusion zone. But right now we're hiking to a spot where a friend came here before and left his machete. So that's nice of him to kind of give us the coordinates. I wonder if it's still there. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like a quest. I feel like I'm in a video game. Bro, look how shiny it is.
Well, that's our
It's like
machete.
gold.
Just found it.
The golden machete that will save us. All right, well, I'm gonna leave the machete right there. Let's explore this mansion first. You had a strange door right here. Huh. Wonder why they would have something like that. Goes to the kitchen, but we can just go around. Guess this led to like some of the guest rooms. Here's like a bathroom in the hall. These must have been bedrooms at one point. Oh, rest in peace, buddy. This mouse is a big one. Still have stuff inside these cabinets. Not too many. Wow, look over here. It's a pretty neat layout. It's like the shape of an octagon. I guess this would have been the fireplace. It almost looked like it could have been. Then it just wraps around. Here's the kitchen. I guess you wouldn't call this a mansion. It's still quite small. Damn, but it's still a nice home to live in. The layout is pretty unique. Still got the oven right here too. Looks like someone was trying to pull it out. Man, just imagine the family just trying to evacuate. Seems like whoever lived here took everything. Alright, let's go walk outside over here. Whoa. Check out their deck. I think it goes all around, or halfway around at least. Oh, look. There's a pool. There's actually a frog swimming in it. He's just swimming in the still water. I've never seen green water like this in my entire life in the pool. And I've seen a lot of still water before. Pretty cool mansion. You can tell they had a nice view before everything just got overgrown. Came with a pool. I like the inside of the mansion too. Guess I should take this with me. Well, I'm split up from my friend because there's just too much to cover. I guess I'll look at my map and try to figure out like what buildings I should check. That's the only way to even know where you're going. So we're right there. I guess we just keep walking down the street. Wow, look at this one. This is such a unique design. Almost looks like a mill. Jeez, this is the thorn bushes I hate. And I know I'm by myself right now. I don't even know where Josh is. But I feel safe. I don't think Montserrat has any dangerous animals to watch out for. And I got the machete with me. Something is making those, but it could be a donkey or a horse. Which I'm not worried. That seems kind of easy to check. Seems like even people walked up here. Whoa. I can see some stuff peeking through the window. Half this home is buried. Damn, this is the entrance of the home. here's the kitchen, and we can get a good look at the inside too. Let's get inside there. We can go through here. Wow, look at the toilet. It's almost completely buried. That's how you know how tall the sand is. This place is probably buried with like 3 feet of volcanic ash. Unreal. Wow. Look at that. People's luggages and clothes look like they were like packing up to leave. And man, look at there's a wardrobe right here with stuff in it. Wow. The roof has completely collapsed. This is unbelievable. Could this be an album? I think it is. It's very destroyed. It's falling apart. I feel bad doing this. These used to be the photos, but you can't even make out anything no more. Oh, I feel so much better. Look at that. There's the mattress. It's all flattened. Whoa, is that a bottle of wine right there? So I gotta watch where I step because some of the dirt, it might actually be a hole in them. So I have to be extra careful here. I just stepped over there. I heard like a pretty loud creak, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna follow the path right here. Always gotta be careful when exploring places like these. Holy crap. It's for the year 1997. Damn, they should take this and put it inside a museum. There's still wine. Jug, look at that. It's pretty big. The kitchen is pretty preserved. Really well. We got some plates in here. Some of these may be even like antiques that you can't even get no more. Yeah, these are stuff like worthy for a museum. Look at the dirt. There's like no footprints at all. So I'm like one of the very first to be in here. Wow, that's a nice cute little pan too. It's not in bad shape. The chair is literally half buried. Unreal. You know, things might have been moved around, like this refrigerator right there. That was the main entrance. Nice balcony over here. All of these homes must have been looking over an amazing view before. It's starting to rain again. This must have been the master bedroom. You know, these things to me I would consider artifacts now. They've been abandoned here for so long, it's just a part of history. Like, look at this thing. The opinions expressed by the husband of this house are not necessarily those of the management. No signposts in the sea. Wow, are these coins? I think this is money. I just found coins, guys. It could be the currency they use here. I'm not really sure. Yep. Oh my god, here's the photo. Of a casket? Oh my god. I guess one of their family members or friends died. This is a photo of them. I mean, it looks like someone was ravaging through these drawers before me. There's some clothes. I bet the bed is right under me. Oh, someone was squatting in here actually. They used that as a pillow. And this as like just a cushion to lay on. Wow, there's even more clothes on this. You know this was the master bedroom when you have a bathroom attached to it. Felt like a shaver. Yeah, this is an electric shaver. Or what's left of it. It's so weird. These type of thorns they're like thorns coming out of the trees. They're not even thorn bushes, they're like thorn branches. have to go through all of these things. Look how big they are. Oh man. Definitely can't go through that, but I can maybe climb up here and make my way up. There's a garage there. Maybe they had a car. But damn, this was a big house. I think I'll leave my backpack right here. Damn, check how rusty the railings are. Would not want to cut myself on this. Yeah, this one's big. Has a garage too. I like what I'm seeing. Damn, this is falling apart though. Look at that. Oh my god, you gotta watch where you're stepping. Look at these rusty nails all over the floor. Yo, watch where you step. There's like rusty nails everywhere. I'm gonna smush them so no one gets hurt in the future. I say we head inside now. There's a vacuum. The boss. We're entering from one of the bedrooms, I guess. Oh, I like this a lot. He had so many rooms just down this hall. And look at the bathroom. The design. It's so cool. Very Caribbean. And it was pretty big. Some old record albums in here. Oh my god, some of these could be rare. But I don't think they have the disc in them. I don't feel anything. Oh, this one still has it, I think. Yep, it's still in there. I'm trying to see if they have like Michael Jackson or like Elvis in here. You can tell them. Whoever lived in here loved music. There's a whole stack. Might be too much. I might be here for a while just doing this. I'm not familiar with any of them. I also feel like another squatter must have been here too at one point. Just dropped the mattress here and went to bed. But, wow. Really nice layout here too. I love how every home we've been to so far has a different layout. They're not cookie cutter homes where they all look the same, which makes it good and a bad thing because there's hundreds of houses here. And now I just want to see them all because the layouts are just so completely different. And who knows what else we could find. So far we've found so many cool things inside these buildings. Now what I'm really looking for though is a car. I know there must be cars left behind here, right? Found more records in here. Yeah, these are just completely destroyed now. Some of these were probably taken out from the closet we just checked. Maybe that's why some of them were empty. They must have had some sort of TV shelf right there. Maybe like some surround system. And they were just blasting music every day. Imagine that. Blasting music in this room and just having a good time. Looks like this was the TV remote. And you had the teapot. Made by Swan. This is really damaged up. And finally, we're checking out the last rooms. Looks like every bedroom had an attached bathroom. Whoa, that looks pretty sick for a photo. I love the greenery in here. Looks like CGI or AI. There's some still water. Wow, this is such a cool bathroom. This is the coolest abandoned bathroom ever. Even have the hole in the ceiling. Almost forgot to check this room. Looks like someone kicked this door open. It's a kid's room. I think this is my favorite room in this mansion. I mean, back in the day, I can just imagine how a kid would feel just leaving their home. This, we even have a rock collection. I remember doing that as a kid. Looks like there was a fire that happened in here too. These books look burnt. Maybe that's why the ceiling kind of got destroyed. Maybe during the eruption there was embers flying around the air too, and maybe it damaged some of these homes and some of them caught on fire. This is cute. Surprisingly, they're not kid clothes. Looks like they belong to the parent. Well, I can go back where I came from, but I think I'm gonna take the stairs down here. I think this leads to the garage and we can make our way out from there. Sadly, there's no car. I've been here long enough. I'm gonna grab my bag and go to the next place. Oh boy, my bag is soaked, but thankfully it's waterproof. Shout out to Shimoda, by the way, for hooking me up with this backpack. Wasn't sponsored, but he gave it to me. Such a good bag. Let's head back down. Gotta go through these thorns again. Ow, fuck! Well, I'm really surprised the path is clear. You know, I've been noticing clear paths to these abandoned homes, and I'm guessing they could be from animals or just people, locals exploring the place. That looks like a beehive. I would have to pass by it to get to this house. This could be a better path. This looks pretty clean. This one's not even that overgrown. I'm not seeing any human footprints, but I'm seeing animal prints. Maybe animals use this as shelter. There's nothing really here. But that view looks incredible. I gotta see that. And there's some rooms over there we can check out too. Might even take a little break over here. What a view. This had one of the best views on the island. Unreal. Look at what I'm looking at right now. It feels so nice being here, just listening to the birds chirping. It's very cloudy today. Those clouds might be coming from the volcano. But that is a breathtaking view. It might be a small house, but definitely had one of the best views here in the neighborhood. I might be underestimating this place because by the looks of it, there's like multiple floors. There's a lot of junk down there. You can see lots of birds down there. Here's the back of the kitchen. This is a newspaper from 1993. It says Sparrow on the Run, the Montserrat reporter. This was like 4 years before the volcanic eruption. Water. Oh man, that felt so good. Let's see what time it is. It's 12:47 right now. I got here around maybe 8 or 9, so I've been exploring for 4 or 5 hours. I only did 3 abandoned homes. I don't know why it's taking that long, but I think it's just because every house is different. Its own unique layout, its own unique stuff inside. Everything is unique that I'm just trying to get all the details, and it's just taking up so much time. It's crazy. There's probably like more than like 50 mansions and houses here to even see. So, wow. Can't imagine how long it would take to do all of them. I thought I heard a growl. Maybe that was just the wind. Hello? I hate littering. Even in abandoned places, I don't throw my trash in them. Alright, I can hear some noises coming inside these rooms. If it's an animal, or it could be a bat. I'm seeing bat poop too in here. Yeah, there's one in the bedrooms. Some toys laying on the floor. Here's the shared bathroom. Not sure where the sink went. Crazy enough, this door's closed. Can it even open? It's locked. I'm not really the one to bust doors open, so I'm just gonna leave it. Wow, there's some clothes hanging in this room. And this just wraps around back to the balcony. Looks like this could have been some sort of trophy, maybe for a kid. Whoa, 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 what do you know? There's a car, out of all places. Never would have thought there'd be a car here because I wasn't expecting a driveway, but I guess over there was the driveway at one point in time to get to the garage. Some of these plants look scary. Like, look at this thing. That looks poisonous or something. Would you look at that? It's hard to tell what kind of car it was. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it, but definitely looks like a sports car. Maybe the acid rain got to it and literally deteriorated the back side because it was not protected. Can we open the door? I might be the first one to do this. Oh my gosh. It's a BMW. I can see the logo right there. It smells like some animal died in here. But it has to be like a 90s edition BMW. The seats are nice. They have like fur on it. Just take a look at the level of the volcanic ash. Literally covering half of the wheel right there. Well, I got to find out that this car was a BMW. Crazy enough. You know, it's hard. You can't see the emblem from the back because it's literally destroyed. And the front is all the way pushed up to the wall. But the steering wheel has the BMW logo. I just don't know which type of model or year this was. Heck, I was right. This is a sports car, a luxury sedan. But people race with these. That's one thing I noticed in Montserrat, is that they really have this big car scene. A lot of the youngsters, they all drive like JDM cars. And I think last night when I was sleeping, I could hear them race at night. There we go. So people know I'm the first to find this. Oh. That was really easy. The engine is literally still there. No one has taken anything out of it. It's probably all rustied up by now though. The past 2 decades, no one has stolen anything. Scrappers don't even come here to take stuff. Or maybe there's none on the island. Everyone's just super nice. They don't even bother stealing. What a great find. Hopefully we can find more abandoned cars in some of these homes. I don't know what could beat this car. Right next to the car was where the lounge or living room was. I feel like the living room must have been the one upstairs. This is more of like, you know, the crash pad down in the basement type of thing. And there's also just a bunch of stuff laying all around. You know, I bet a lot of the cool things are just buried underneath us. Shit. Here's a photo. Oh my gosh. That was the kid that lived here. I guess this was the family's son. Jeez, it's kind of crazy how the sand ended up getting in here. I mean, like how? How is that possible? It's right behind everything. How did all the volcanic ash just rush inside here? Upstairs was fine, but not down here. I wonder if there was like another vehicle parked back here. Nope, that was the only garage they had. Damn. These are shoes meant for like a 1-year-old. Honestly, it seems like they were just like packing up in a rush and just got out of here. This room next to the car looks like a pretty decent storage room. There's like a computer right there. Okay, there's no other cars in here. Lots of junk. Now that I think of it, I think the ashfall, or volcanic ash, must have slidden down the hill onto here. And that's why this is affected, while the upstairs floors is not. Upstairs was just higher ground. We all know what happens when you're on the high ground. Finally back in the car. That was a trek. And I'm over here carrying like a 50-pound backpack. We're just inside back at the car taking a short break. We're gonna drink up. You know, we don't want to get dehydrated. It's very easy for that to happen in this hot weather and for the amount of hiking we're doing. Ooh, wow, look at that. Janet's kitchen. She cooks good food, that's for sure. Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying the video so far. If you have, let me know what you like about it so far in the comments below. Alright, well, joining up with Josh for this one. We might need to team up here. Who knows? We heard monkeys. So we gotta be careful. I'm surprised this path is not overgrown. Just walked through a cobweb. I've been walking through cobwebs this entire explore. Luckily the spiders are only like this big. If we were to explore this during the summer, there'd be wasps and bees everywhere flying, and even way more bugs than spiders. Dude, this property had like giant palm trees, like coconut trees, dude.
Coconuts.
Bro, maybe if we can find a coconut, I'll
Oh
open
my
it
God.
up with the machete.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully we can find
You're
one.
right, we do have that machete. We never
Yeah.
used it yet, right?
No, I have it right here on my bag.
Sounds like it's like in there.
Someone playing the drums? That'd be wild if we stepped inside someone's abandoned mansion. Some dude playing the bongos. Wow, guys, another rare car that we just found. This is a Volkswagen St. Martin's motor. Let's see if we can open the door. Come on. Wow. Dude, that is pristine in here. Really nice. It's a stick shift. I love stick shift. It's weird. This car is imported. The steering wheel is on the left side. Awesome. Like I said, there's a whole car community here in Montserrat, so it doesn't surprise me that this is the second sports car we found. I think the first one was a lot cooler though, but maybe the owner could have been out traveling outside of the island and was never here for the eruption. Then again, they also never had enough time. They had to just evacuate immediately and leave their precious things behind, like their cars. And although we did explore a lot of homes without them, without any cars, I feel like, you know, some of the cars must be buried underground. This could have been the family's name. Hillcomb. Anyway, let's go up these steps and see what's inside. Already I'm liking the layout. It's really unique. Wow. Really nice balcony or patio, whatever you want to call it. This mansion was like shaped like a square. And you know what's crazy? You have a cactus growing here and some trees. Whoa, there's literally trees growing. I don't see anything. Oh, everything's just overgrown. I was thinking maybe there's a pool in the back. Let me try to see. Doesn't really look like it. Okay. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's just a branch that touched my back. This guy must have been into fine arts. Whoa. Yeah, this guy never packed anything. Wow, this is the most hoarded mansion or home so far. There's a refrigerator wide open. Good thing it's not smelling. Jeez. Yikes. I guess whoever lived here must have been some sort of hoarder. Jeez. This is too much in here. Furniture and everything, all the books just laying on the bookshelves. It's a seashell collection. There's more seashells right here. Tiny ones though. Oh, this is a cactus. Looks like this was someone's fence. So these are the size of the spiders. They're really tiny. I don't even know if my camera can even see it. We're trapped by this little fucking spider.
Oh, he's fighting back, bro.
I'm gonna put it on your camera.
Yo! Alright, leave him there.
Yep.
Alright, good. We're good to go. Everything, we're good.
That was the hardest thing here, bro.
That was the hardest. We were lucky.
Yeah.
Got lucky there.
Could have died by that little thing. These thorns! Fuck! Ah! Whoa. This looks like a huge mansion. What kind of car is this, guys? I've never even seen a car like that before. Let me know down in the comments what it could be. But let's go take a closer look. For the most part, I like the entrance of their home. I love like these plants that they grew. But you can see the slope kind of gave way to the pyroclasmic flow to come in here. I can't believe that was the garage. Wow. This place is beautiful though. Okay, you can tell the owner of this mansion had money. This must have been the living room and I love it. You had like these high ceiling windows, great natural lighting coming in. This makes me want to live here in Montserrat if I had a home like this. Man, they were so close to the beach. They probably went there every day and just collected these shells. What's this on the table? It's a backpack. Like a school bag. Wonder if there's anything inside. No, it's just dirt and ash. Very fortunate and unfortunate at the same time. Like, this is such an amazing home. I would have been so devastated if I lost it like this. The crazy thing is, I don't know how insurance works with certain situations like this. You know, you have flooding, you have fire, but pyroclasmic volcanic ash, like, I think you're just supposed to leave everything behind. Dude, here's the kitchen. Oh my god, this is a chef's paradise. It's huge. And there's the car. Wow. Look at that. They had drinks here. These actually look like tings. How's the refrigerator looking? Not bad. What's over here? Just a little back area. Shit. Why did I feel like a drop right there? Check out the cabinet and what they stored in here. Got rum. Oh my god, look at that. That's about to fall any minute. Looks like there was like a wasp nest. But man, oh man, look at this baby. Oh, this is a nice car. It's really big. I'm not sure if it was a sports car or what. There's a D emblem on there. If you happen to know what kind of car this is, let me know down in the comments. I have no clue. Looks like a muscle car. Oh my god, it's a hummingbird. Oh, damn it. For a second it was just flying, but I don't think I got it in focus. This is so crazy. This is the most buried vehicle so far. Let's take a look inside. Oh, okay. That's a nice stick. Yeah, you see, this one, the steering wheel's on the right side. So this was probably imported from the UK. Wow, this is a nice room. I think it's like soundproof too. My voice is like echoey. This is probably a good place to do some work or read a book. I mean, look at it right here. There's some books on this bookshelf. This is probably what it was meant for, and then you had an amazing view of the ocean and the volcano. I just noticed the calendar right here. It's from 1993. Yeah, look at that. It's a British flag. The family that lived here was probably British. There's the bathroom. So much volcanic ash in this one mansion. There's a hat. Oh, there's some shoes and slippers and sandals. Oh, damn, this is so sick. You can see Plymouth all the way over there. Overgrown, abandoned, lonely. Just calling my name. I don't think I'm gonna be exploring it on this series. I know, you guys might be disappointed, but let me tell you why. That is the exclusion zone. You need special permission to get there. Like, really big permission. Not only that, but our guide too. I want to be respectful. They helped us a lot, they gave us this opportunity, and I don't want to ruin that. Another thing too, throughout this whole explore, you saw all those thorn bushes or thorn branches, those 4-inch thorns. Look, that's everywhere over there, even more. So just imagine trekking through all of that. You're gonna get needles everywhere. You're gonna be bleeding to death probably, or maybe not, but it's gonna be a nightmare anyway. If the stars align, the stars align, and hopefully one day, you know, with this video, we can help out the island, and maybe the island will like it enough to invite me back and maybe do an expedition over there. I would love that. There's a pool right there. It's dried up. I don't even know if we can get to it. And there's the port where they like ship the coal or the sand mine. This would lead to the pool, but it's so hard to get to. It's literally too overgrown with all these prickly little devils. This definitely was not made by God. Like, what is the point of this? How? Why? Why would this be needed? Finally, made it to the car. I can't even speak right now.
Dude, I don't even want to do anything.
We did 3.43 miles of hiking through thorns, through hills, hilltops. I'm gonna get them abs. I'm losing the dad bod, hopefully. Yes. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna lose it all, get some abs. You guys can check out my OnlyFans, and life will be great. We can't even continue on. All my batteries are drained. Literally, this is on 0%. It might even end right now during this whole filming situation. Here we go. Let's go.
We're out of here.
Out of the jungle.